Alrighty, how are you doing? Let's do a pick a card message from your ancestors. Specifically, what strengths do you draw from your ancestors and your lineage? So we're talking about ancestors a lot for the month of October. It's kind of the month for that. We have, Halloween where we're supposed to be, a thin veil and all of that stuff. So we're talking about ancestors a lot this month. So if you're into crystal skulls and accessing ancestral knowledge from them, there are a lot of videos on that for the month of October. So check out the channel, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. All right, so we're going to do 3 piles. What strengths do you draw from your ancestors? And then we're going to do also a Isis Oracle card for each pile. So let's get some cards. Okay. And then let's get an Isis card. This is by Alana Fairchild, which I think I have at least a couple of her decks. Let me get those like info cards up there. This is the pocket size edition I got in a subscription box, which you can also see in my unboxing playlist. I have not used these on this channel or at all. This is actually my first time I've flipped through them, but I have not used them in readings yet. Beautiful artwork. They each have their artwork and then a description on the back, so we will get to see the artwork that's involved. Alrighty. Strengths that are drawn from the ancestors. What strengths are coming from your ancestors? This will give us a good basis for choosing an image. If that is your method for choosing is based on the image, then these cards will help with that. All right, go ahead and pause if you want. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And let's get started. Pile 3, pile 2 over here, and pile 1. Start with the tarot cards. We have the King of Cups or Cauldrons for this deck, the 4 of Rods, the Fool, the 2 of Swords. I'm gonna save that one for last. So I chose my oldest deck. I got this. This is the first tarot deck. It's Tarot of the Old Path, which I thought was out of print, but I saw it recently in a shop. So if you can find it, I like this deck. It's my first deck. So for ancestor work, I chose my oldest deck. Yeah, I don't know if that really counts for anything, but that's how I chose it. All right, we have the King of Cups, the 4 of Rods, the Fool, and the 2 of Swords. I feel like your strength here comes from emotional stability, getting that from the King of Cups along with the 4 of Rods. It's really about being able to take unstable emotions and create something new with them. Also with the 2 of Swords here is usually about, wrestling with yourself or trying to make a decision a lot of times is kind of what the feeling is there. But overall, I'm getting it's kind of about creating stability from an emotional state. So if you are feeling unstable, I feel like the strength that you can draw from is your emotions, them giving you power over your emotions. So feeling kind of unstable with this energy over here of the not being able to make a decision, kind of getting that you may be thinking too logically about a situation that you could use your emotions for. So that being the first card that comes out, I'm really getting like that's like a primary not function. The word function is coming up. Primary function, primary method that perhaps you're missing, but it helps you create something new here with this Fool card, something allowing yourself to trust your decision making. So if you're thinking too logically about something and it's causing you maybe some instability, try checking in with your emotions is kind of what I'm getting from that. So let's check out our Isis Oracle card. Serpent of Fire. Do not assess your current ability based on past standards as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of, and Isis helps you now. So that is your message. I'll move it up here if you want to screenshot, if that resonated for you. Yeah, I mean, do not assess your current ability based on past standards. They no longer apply to you. So if you're being, you know, logical and assessing your abilities, you're stronger, more powerful now than you have been before, learning a fresh or a new way. Here we go, new beginning, what you're capable of. And I feel like capability is coming from that heart space, and maybe trying to be less logically minded and more heart-centered. So I feel like that's what your ancestors give you, is kind of the ability to grasp your emotional strengths. So there we have that. We are going to move on to stack number 2. All right, stack number 2. We have the High Priestess, the Six of Cauldrons, the Ace of Cauldrons, and the Five of Pentacles. All right, so strengths that you draw from your ancestors. High Priest, also Hierophant in other decks. Cauldrons are cups, so we have a lot of emotional stuff going on here too. The Six of Cups in this deck has a different energy than what you would normally see, or I would normally see in a Six of Cups. A Six of Cups is kind of more traditionally about your past. This is feeling more like a Five of Cups or Four of Cups energy, getting a lot of intuition too from the water element of the cups or cauldrons. So I feel like a lot of your strength comes from overcoming adversity. The Five of Pentacles is like being outcast, down on your luck, physical injury possibly. It's overcoming that using your intuition, using structure, but also by knowing where your limits are. I'm getting boundaries from this card. So I feel like the gift or the strength that you draw from your ancestors is going to be about overcoming using boundaries. Trusting your instincts, trusting your gut on where to set boundaries, and loving yourself. Setting boundaries is an act of self-care. And I feel like at this point, this may be something specific to right now when you're watching this. There may be something that requires you to set some boundaries here. Like perhaps there's something that's going on in your life that is less than favorable that may require some boundary setting here, as an act of self-love to protect I feel like this is kind of like protective energy over whatever tough times you've been through. But I feel like your strength that your ancestors, you know, give to you is going to be through intuition, through knowing and understanding yourself enough to set boundaries. So that's what I'm getting for that. Let's take a look at your Isis Oracle card. Portal of Light. It is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. You will not become ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it. So that is your message from the Isis Oracle. Yeah, that healing also from this, the water is healing energy. What are you healing from? The ability to heal tough times through boundary setting and self-love, and using your intuition to guide you on that. So there we have stack or pile number 2. And let's do stack number 3. We have Temptation, the Page of Cauldrons, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles. What were they all 4 cards? I guess they were. What strengths are your ancestors giving you, or what strength are you drawing from your ancestor work? Temptation here is going to be the Devil card traditionally. I believe. Yeah. That's what it feels like. Anyways, so as far as strengths from your ancestors, I feel I'm getting a lot of protective energy here. Like he's protecting his cup, she's protecting her pentacle, and he's over here trying to figure out a way or make a plan for something. And I feel like it's to protect yourself from temptation. So what I'm getting as far as a strength for you from your ancestors is your ability to resist temptation, or your ability to recognize and protect yourself from temptation. It's kind of what I'm getting. You definitely, I feel like, work toward that. It is not something that you innately just do. It's something that you work on, you put effort into. This 3 could also mean like another person coming in, or not person, but a helper of some sort, whether that is a person, a spiritual person, your ancestor, in specifically, something along those lines. That's usually can also indicate that there is a group working on that. So I feel like if you chose this pile, you may pretty well already be working with your ancestors or be in tune to that, and maybe even have a team of them helping you protect your energy from temptation, from darkness, or not necessarily even darkness, because we need to have that balance, but anything that may want to steal your energy or, you know, drain you of your energy. Let's take a look at our Isis Oracle card. Stay true and be in your power. You are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being free to be you. So there you are. You stay true and be in your power. Yeah, so I mean, I feel like that definitely applies here, guarding yourself and keeping yourself protected from anyone who may want to drain your energy here. So there you are. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, please let me know what you think in the comments. Lots of ancestry work to go through this month. Metaphysical Monday videos are, I think, mostly about some sort of way to connect to your ancestors. So if that's something that you're down for, check out the rest of the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day.